All right. Welcome to Start Building Me, folks, my nightly training session to tell you anywhere in the world that exercise is mandatory. You have to do it, folks, whether you like it or not. Doesn't matter if you agree or not. A fact is a fact, and you have to exercise, folks. You've got to move your body every day. It might seem stupid to you, but it seems stupid to me that you don't. So please, use a bare minimum, which is all this is prescribing to get your body moving in the most fundamental ways possible, which is known as a squat and a push-up. There are variations possible for all different levels of proficiency, i.e. how good you are at exercising. But this is intended to be start building you, where we really want to start it at the really easiest way to do these things. So as always, it'll be short and sweet, sometimes 15 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes. It's Friday today. I think I want to be out of here in 15 minutes. Hey, so I'll star jump, ahoy, hoy. And I'm doing some 50s at 50 and 50 each for the next few days to really sort of use that time efficiently. I don't want to keep you. I don't want you to keep me. And I want to get back to, well, I've already had chicken today, so I don't really need to go get food. I might just be drinking tea and watching this $18.99 Netflix TV show. Seems pretty cool. I've done all my tasks. I've went for a long mountain bike ride today. I walked the lads twice. I walked the neighbours' dogs. I cloned or propagated a few mandevillas, which has been going pretty decently. And that's about it, really. Anyway, let's walk and talk. And as I always explain, folks, you're sitting down on something and you're standing back up. What is that called? It's called exercise, folks. You cannot avoid exercise. You're doing it every day anyway, right? So if it's your office, in your school chair, whatever, you're going to be sitting down and you're going to be standing up. That's essentially a squat, folks. That's exactly the first compound lift that I do every night to warm up. The reason it's a good warm-up is because you're doing your quadriceps, your hamstrings, your glutes, and your lower back. These three particular muscles known as the posterior chain. The posterior chain are the prime movers of your body. They're an exceptionally strong group of muscles to enable you to do this, right? So what are we doing? We're sitting back into our heels. Weight's going to the outside of our feet, just like nature intended it to. That's how we have an arch in our foot, because you don't want the weight to go on the inside like that. You want the weight to sit down on the outside. So the weight's going to the outside of your feet, toes drilling into the ground, sitting back into your heels and back up. And follow what I say, not what I do. Breathe when you're doing it. Don't seize up, which is a common novice mistake when you're exercising. Don't stop breathing, folks. Folks. Try that again. It's Friday, folks. Give me a break. And do it whatever cadence, i.e. whatever rhythm you want to have it. I like the preacher method, but you can have your arms going out as a counterbalance. And think of it like a bellows, a 20th century example that I always use that people don't know. People don't know what a dial-up telephone is anymore, and I'm talking about bellows. It shows this dust collecting codger, you know. I'm really showing my age. How old am I? Well, let's just say I was born in 1962, so you'll have to have a guess what age that is. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe wider to keep my back straight, 9, 10. Like I said, I'm not a form stickler, so don't be a form stickler to me, please. I'm just here to get moving, get my blood pumping. Wow, I really did get a lot of sun today. You can really see that Apple Watch, the tan line. So I'm going to do 50 and 50 today. Try and keep up if you want. 50 and 50 is a good round number for push-ups and squats. But if you do 5 and 5, I'm cool with that as well, folks. It's just putting your body through the motions is what we're trying to do. And until the CO2 app comes into place, breathing is free. Don't bow down to the WEF, folks. Don't bow down to CBDC's central banking digital currencies. One day you'll be in the shop trying to buy your extra large McDonald's Big Mac meal, and they'll say, sorry, your allotted quota for burgers this much has exceeded, and get the hell out of the restaurants before Ed 209 comes up and shoots up the joint. You think I'm kidding, folks? It's all fun and games until Ed 209's chasing you down the street. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 in the bank, folks. That's it, you're laughing now. At least you've got a pushy, you can get out of that guy's way. Like me. I'll be out of the clutches of Ed 209 or Kane or whoever they send after me. I'll be coming for my nuke, you better believe it. Anyway, I'm hoping this 1899 is going to be good. There is a game on tonight. I got my days confused. Woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning. yeah, take the stairs, I was going to say. I got my days mixed up. So tonight, Croatia versus Brazil. Will I get up? Yes, probably. Did I get up last night? Yes. I was like, damn it. Switch it off, and Dale was looking over his shoulder like, get the hell out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, folks, always keep it in mind, like I'm always trying to reinforce these messages through your brain. The prime utility of exercise is not to look good. The prime utility is to get your heart rate up, to pump the blood through your body, pump that bloody blood through those filters, like your liver, like your kidneys, get it into all those extremities. You start seeing people who get older and they've got really dry hands, they've got really dry and cracking feet because their circulation starts getting bad because they simply don't move. And it's really sad, you know, from working in healthcare and seeing different hospitals where they have to put compression stockings over people who are older because they're not like me, they're not just glitching out, just moving around non-stop. I can't stand still, right? And that's great for me, but just because you're in okay nick now, especially if you're young, it doesn't last forever. And even for me, like I said, born in 1962 and a dust collecting old codger, you start getting wear and tear, stuff starts aching, stuff starts breaking down, folks. It's just an unfortunate reality in life. Even with peptides, hormones, resveratrol, growth hormones, whatever it is, folks. Unfortunately, there is the bell curve of everything in life where you grow and then you age. So really, just try and keep moving. Try and get all the blood pumping through your body, and don't cut any corners, because it improves the quality of your life and it will improve your longevity over time as well. So like I said, I'm lucky. This has always been a big part of my life, and that's why I'm trying to encourage other people to do it as well, because man, the quality of your life will get better, just like death and taxes being a guarantee in life. Good mental and physical health will come as a result of exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 40 under the belt. Unbelievable. With the amount of talking I'm doing, I'm still getting my squat numbers out. I'm going to do a trail ride tomorrow out to Palarenda and do a bit of a loop out there. I've seen, might wear a rash vest so I don't get crucified. Unfortunately, the lads will not be coming. They'll be very put out about that. But I can't help them. Unfortunately, they're like taken off after wildlife and don't really want to be pressing it with the law authorities, so I might have to leave them with me. In my yard, rather, leave them here. So let's see, I'm not sure how many you've done when you're counting at home. I've got my whiteboard on. And I'm trying to do 50 chin-ups, 50 push-ups, and 50 squats every day. It's just a good groove to keep into until the end of the year, nice and casual. Then I'll start ramping it up. I'm going to put my metrics online whilst I'm developing some software for other people to use to keep their metrics as well. Always trying to think of how you can create an app for businesses that you're doing because any engagement that somebody can put into their their health and well-being is always very beneficial, I find. Keith is losing it. People are walking home, usually been drinking on Friday after work and walk home. Keith doesn't like that one bit. So, unfortunately for him, they're going to be walking across our lawn anyway. 10 more and then we'll do some push-ups. Right, instead. Metrics sound like a good plan always, it's like the graphics design that I got you to do for me, like 2005 of DSSD, a company idea that I had, which is just collecting metrics. And I mean, how many people have done that since, which is sort of cool. Like, I just wanted somebody to do it, and the technology and programming it back then would have been, for me at least, it would have been impossible. But that's what it's all about, is just visualizing your progress, because once you start to track it, like, it's such a bad metric for people to be looking at their, stomach measurements or whatever measurements, because body fat and muscle mass, you're not going to see much growth there. But you will see growth with how many squats you can do. You will see growth with, repetitions and stuff like that. So that's the aim anyway. 10 more and then I'm going to get out of here. Sorry, 10 more, I'm going to do some push-ups. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. 50. Too easy, folks. Even with all that talking, 11 minutes on the clock. And switching down to my floor cam. And as always, I'll walk and talk and show you what I'm doing. I'm spreading my fingers, I'm looking up, digging my toes in, clenching my butt. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Maybe you're doing them off your knees like this. It doesn't really matter, folks. I'm just trying to get you into the habit of pumping blood around your upper body. This is the upper body equivalent of a squat. It's called a push-up. Variations of push-ups are possible. Ignore the form sticklers. That's not a real push-up. You're pushing yourself up against gravity off the floor, folks. That is a push-up. Like I said, where are the form sticklers? By the time you've done 15 minutes of this, the form sticklers have done 1 rep. So you learn from repetition. You don't learn from trying to execute something in perfect form. At least that's what I believe anyway. So that was 20 in the bank. Gonna do another 30 and then get out of here. And folks, it's a good workout. That's my whole point. I see people at the gym whose workouts suck compared to this, and they're there for an hour and a half, and they couldn't do a push-up and they can't do a squat. They do these real half-ass exercises that are usually like isolation exercises. So like a bicep curl is an isolation exercise. You're isolating a single muscle, or maybe a few, doing something where it's an uncoordinated lift. So you're getting mass in a certain area, but you're not coordinating it with the rest of your body. So unless you're a bodybuilder, it's absolute. Excuse me, bit of protein flake. Ugh. It's pretty pointless, It's good fun. Get massive guns. Everybody at the beach is looking at you, mostly dudes, you know what I mean? So, oh my God, that dog is killing me. It's like he has to come right up to the door here until he realizes that somebody's walking past the house. It's like, mate, give it a rest. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, isolation exercises. Good if you want to go to the gym and impress males. And if you want to actually get some benefits for health, this is what you should be doing, folks. So I'm going to rep out a few more. And again, numbers are arbitrary. I'm just going to go for it. Feels good. 40. I'm just going to keep on banging some out. Knees feeling alright. I've just been cycling, like I said. I've been giving the old running shoes a break. It was just when you just start getting swelly knees, and I'm the right person speaking in the chat tonight will know all about it. It sucks, but like I said, I'm working on some remedies there for the time being. Looking forward to sitting in some air conditioning with the hounds, new TV. I don't really have so much patience for TV, but just something to distract the mind. Yeah, well, man, for sure. I'm not sure about you with endorphin rushes, but for me, they're sort of hard to gauge. Like, sometimes I get them from a casual run, just the right time and place. Sometimes I can run for broke all day and don't get a single one. So it's not a predictable thing. It's certainly not something that I run with that in my mind. Like, I think you're probably the same. You run because you love to run. And if you get that endorphin rush, all the better, but it's not something that you can really count on, in my experience anyway. Sometimes I can get on a treadmill and run for 20 minutes and all of a sudden I've got goosebumps all over me. I'm grinning like a madman. Sometimes I can run all day and nothing. That's about 6, you know. Feels good. Would have got that on the clock. 16 minutes still, so it's just a minute over what I was going to do. Might bust out another 20 anyway, just aus Jux, as they say in Germany, just for fun. And as always, folks, wherever you are in the world, switch off the news. Realize that the sun's coming up tomorrow. Even if you're in the gutter right now, you can be in the stars tomorrow. I say this from experience. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true, which is why I'm only going to explain to you the benefits of exercise, because I know for a fact that it is the case. You've got to do this, folks, and you should want to do it. And the more you do it, the more you will find that you will not make excuses not to do it, because you know how much it makes you feel, how good it makes you feel. I always get the post-run I did at Buzz. Yeah, exactly. Case in point, right? Whenever somebody who is an experienced athlete exercises, like, you're going to feel better even if you don't get that endorphin rush. You're going to get that you pat yourself on the back experience, like, yeah, I did it, you know? It could be a walk around the block. Could be a walk up to the pub or back, you know? Or I'm going to walk up and get an ice cream and back. Like, at least you did that, where you can slot it away and say, I've done something today. I hate days where I don't do anything. And that's what I'm trying to get you into the habit into. Because once you go there, back, folks, you can never go back. You'll just be like, oh, I've just got to walk the dog. I've heard people say to me, oh, my dog doesn't like to go on walks. It's like, no, you don't like to go on walks. Your dog, every dog likes to go on walks. They love that. You know, don't make excuses. So, 20 more and I'm out of here as well. Awesome. I'll be back tomorrow, folks. Short and sweet, under the 20-minute mark. Solid exercise. My goodness, I'm sunburned. Love you all. Like and subscribe. Take it easy and see you tomorrow.